Hey guys, it's Jurassic Avenger Goji14, and I'm back, and I'm continuing with Jurassic Week. Today's actually the last day of Jurassic Week. We started on June 11, 2018, which was the 25th anniversary of the first movie. Today is now June 18th, so it's been a week later, and now I'm gonna review the fourth movie, Jurassic World. And yeah, just finished it watching. Sorry, just finished watching it a couple hours ago, and now a little late to doing the review, but I'm back, and yeah, gonna share my thoughts on Jurassic World. So this movie has been quite the wait for a lot of people. As you know, Jurassic Park 3 came out in 2001 after how horribly it did at the reviews, and kind of did well at the box office, but not really. It didn't really perform that well. People waited 14 years for another Jurassic Park movie, and during those 14 years, there was a lot of rumors, speculation, and discussion that they were gonna make another movie, a fourth movie, and that there's talks here and there that it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, it's 14 years, waiting until another movie comes out, and yeah, 14 years later, we got Jurassic World, and I have a pretty interesting story to tell you right before I get into the review. I mean, I've been a fan of Jurassic Park since late 2009. Since I was almost 9 years old. And when I was becoming a fan of these movies, I heard about the fourth movie, and I didn't really knew what to think about it. But then online, when I was looking up Jurassic Park things, like I noticed a bunch of rumors about a fourth movie. So this changed my mind into like, oh, I gotta search the internet now. Like I was looking deep into the internet about the possibility of a fourth movie, and there was talks from the actual people who worked on the Jurassic Park movies before that, oh yeah, we're planning a fourth movie, but nothing real has been confirmed yet. And yeah, this really kickstarted my. Not only did it kickstarted my love for Jurassic Park, because I am a fan, but it also maybe become interested in what's next, like the future for the Jurassic Park movies. And I had to wait over 5 years for this movie. Yeah, had to wait 5 years. Um, once the movie did came out in 2015, man, was it those were good times. Good times. I remember I graduated from middle school, and I went straight to the theater. Yeah, straight to the theater to see this movie, and man, was it a blast. Like it was fun time. Like I really missed that summer, guys. I really missed the summer of 2015. Yeah, it's just crazy to think how, you know, we waited this long to for the new Jurassic Park movies, the Jurassic World movies. We waited this long, and these movies are doing so well, especially in comparison to how bad the two previous sequels were. Yeah, it's incredible how life truly does find a way, to continue the Jurassic series. Even when we all thought that it was never gonna happen. Yeah, looks like life does truly find a way. But we're gonna talk about the actual movie, the actual review, because that was kind of me rambling about how we waited that long. But anyways, we're talking about the movie. So I saw Jurassic World, and yeah, after hearing all that, yeah, I love Jurassic World. It's honestly, not only is it good, like it's really good in its own way, not just in comparison. I think that's the thing I like about this movie, how it manages to become like something of its own thing. Like it stands entirely on its own, and yet it respects the original Jurassic Park, and in a lot of ways. Like this movie is like a nostalgic ride, like has a lot of nostalgia for the first movie, and has all these little bits, pieces, and kind of Easter eggs, and references to the first movie. It doesn't really reference the other two because, well, this movie's trying to forget about the other two. But yeah, it references the original movie quite a lot, which I appreciate that. They're not doing it in kind of a fan service way like you see in other movies nowadays. They're not doing it. Sorry, they're not doing it just to impress fans or just so that fans can notice it. It appeals to both fans and the general audiences. Like, that's the thing I really like about the movie, how it does its own things without having to really be like the first movie ever. Like again, but at the same time, it respects the original Jurassic Park. It respects the themes, ideas, concepts, and like just overall what Jurassic Park is really about. And with the movie, it's really entertaining, actually. The human characters are, I would say, pretty good, for the most part. They're not exactly complex or characters that are really that, like, deep or really that, like, I don't know, they're not really that like. I wouldn't say that they're unlikable. I mean, they're likable for the most part, but they do things that are a little like, what? Like, yeah. The acting's very good, so I really like the acting in the movie. Everybody gives good performances. Um, as you all know, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard as Owen Grady and Claire Daring, respectively. Like, man, I really like the two. I really like those two actors. It makes me want to see more of them. I mean, I did watch the two Guardians of the Galaxy movies which has Chris Pratt as Star Lord, and man, he's funny in that movie. But yeah, this is like the time where Chris Pratt was really becoming a star, like becoming a leading man. Where once he was like a B-list forgotten actor, but now he's risen to popularity. To this like, thanks to his performance in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and in Jurassic World. The two kids, Zach and Gray, they were pretty good. I actually think they were good. They didn't really annoy. I do like how the two kids kind of reflect that, that what you call it, that kind of brother, relationship where the younger brother is fascinated by dinosaurs, and is really obsessed with dinosaurs, and the older one is not really into dinosaurs. He's not really interested in anything, but then by the end of the movie, he realizes how important it is to stick together and to like not just care about himself, which I actually do appreciate that, how he developed in some way. Again, characters aren't exactly that complex. The comedy's pretty good. I actually do think the comedy is pretty funny in the movie. As you all know, Jurassic Park has some bits of comedy in them, to have some laughs, have some entertainment, while there's not much action or not much serious things going on. Now with the visual effects, I've heard a lot of people say that the visual effects in this movie aren't that great. I personally disagree. I think the visual effects in this movie look really good. Yeah, they look really good. I really like the CGI in this movie. I think there are only a few times when the CGI doesn't quite work, but again, it's briefly, and the way it's shot, it's not shot horribly. Like, it's shot in a way that it's not bad to look at. It does not look horrible. Like, nowhere near as bad as the CGI in Jurassic Park 3. Now, the dinosaurs in this movie are pretty cool. I do like the dinosaurs. Once again, the dinosaurs are actually treated with respect and with realism, like the first movie. Like, this movie manages to recapture the spirit of the first one, not just with the nostalgia, but with how it treats the dinosaurs. It doesn't just treat the dinosaurs like mindless CGI monsters, like it treats them like real animals. I would say even with the Indominus Rex, it's more treated like an animal that's gone wild, an animal that is not fully functioning. Doesn't fully function because of how it was raised in isolation. So Indominus isn't really a monster. It's more like an animal that's just, doesn't know where it is, doesn't even know, what it's doing, and, it was just raised in isolation. Speaking of the Indominus Rex, Indominus Rex is really cool. I do like the Indominus Rex. I was kind of worried that Indominus wouldn't, I don't know, I was just worried that the movie would kind of turn into a sci-fi, low budget, sci-fi channel movie. Kind of worried, but, this movie is kind of like a sci-fi channel movie, but not like in the way Jurassic Park 3 was, because that movie totally was a sci-fi channel TV episode, and yeah, it was not good. This one kind of is, with the premise, with the story, but this movie is miles better than all of those bad Asylum, movies, all of those bad sci-fi TV show channel. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, it really is better than all this. This movie is like a high budget, well done B-movie sci-fi channel original. It really is. But yeah, as I said, this movie manages to recapture the spirit of the original Jurassic Park, I would say this is the only dinosaur movie that comes close to the original Jurassic Park. The original Jurassic Park is definitely the best, no denying that. This one, I would say, is 2 or 3 steps down from the first one. Like I said, a couple things holding it back, I don't know, there's just a couple things holding it in, character, the villain, played by Vic Hoskins, sorry, the villain, who's Vic Hoskins, played by Vincent D'Onofrio. I actually think he gave a good performance. his motivations are a little cartoony because a villain is you know, trying to like use heroes creations or heroes like equipment or whatever. Like he's trying to use that to wage war against like terrorists or something. Like it is a little cartoony, but like it's not really that over the top. Like it's not really that not really that bad. Like and let's say some characters like Simon Masrani, again given good performance by Irfan Khan, but he's kind of wasted though. Like he is like he dies halfway through the movie. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's unfortunate they wasted him. And there's a couple awkward moments too, like like Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard were near that waterfall, and they were kind of discussing like what are they gonna do and how they're gonna find the two kids, Zach and Gray, and that's a kind of an awkward moment, I would say. Yeah, there are a couple awkward moments that happens in the movie. Either way, though, the comedy is still pretty good for the most part. Again, acting pretty good. Villain is a little cartoony, but not too far. It doesn't go too far with how cartoony it was, and like that's pretty much it, really. I mean, this movie has a lot of good things. I mean, this movie was very entertaining, very good. It was visually pleasing. Like there was a lot of really good visual shots. Like so many impressive shots with how the camera zooms in and kind of pans across the island and all that. Like this is really cool. Like I really like it. But yeah, guys, that kind of wraps up for my review. I really, like I said already, I really love Jurassic World. The only Jurassic Park movie that comes close to the original movie, and possibly the only dinosaur movie that comes close to the original dinosaur movie. And as I've already stated before, that what I love about the movie the most is how it stands on its own. Like it doesn't really repeat the original movie, yet it calls back to the original movie in a respectful way, and as it stands on its own. Like that's the thing I like about the movie the most. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give Jurassic World an 8 out of 10. And yeah, that's my review. Those are my thoughts. And hopefully y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this Friday, I'm gonna go see Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Hope you guys have a good time. Peace out.